Good day. This is Sister Is coming at you from Weird Sisters 13. I want to have a brief discussion this morning about the energy shift of the new year, and this being New Year's Eve for some folks. Now, I realize that there are some practitioners who consider Samhain the new year. There are some folks who do their New Year at Yule, and any practice that you have is fine. But we should keep in mind that there is a ton of energy from folks celebrating this New Year's Eve, this day, this moment, as the new year. And so there's plenty of accessible energy out there for us to go ahead and make a shift. So why not use it, right? Any opportunity to create or make magic is a good one. So I'd like to talk about some of the things that we could do magically to shift that energy and really be intentional about the new year. This 2020 has been incredibly long and difficult for some folks, especially, there's a long list of people that have really been affected by this. And for some folks, it's been absolutely terrible. And for some folks, it's been a wonderful year. And that's always the way it is. This year, however, seems quite a bit more intense with that, and there are many reasons for that. But that is also lending to the huge energy shift and the feel of that. And it's in the air. Wake up this morning and kind of breathe that in, that people are ready for a change and they're ready to shift that energy and move things. And that is one thing that we are fantastic at as spellcrafters and ritual workers, which is however you do your work. We're good at shifting energy, and so we're going to use this time that's so full of that to go ahead and do that. And there's quite a few things that we can do to do that. So speaking of the spiritual body, you can, there are meditations that can be done, chakra and aura cleansings. This is a great time for that. This is a great time to just be aware of self and what's going on inside, and clearing space for new things to happen and new things to come, and really making space in your spiritual self for things to shift, because they're going to. And it's probably best that we're prepared for that, right? So yeah, things are going to shift. So as I said, that's one thing we can do spiritually. We can do that through meditation. We can do that through time outside. It's a really good time to connect with the earth herself, and the energies of the elements around you, because they're aware of a shift as well, and things are shifting and have been for them as well. So we can do work like that. A lot of folks like to do for crafting. A lot of folks like to do some journal work, retrospection and introspection from the year, and kind of work with that and clearing and being awareness around those things. Our physical bodies, maintenance, just your general hygienic maintenance and whatever else is part of your routine. I I choose to shave my head. Hair holds memory, and hair holds energies from previous time. So that's one of the ways that I shift that for myself. Um, and there's also the physical cleaning of your home and your environment. You want to make sure that there's just space because things are shifting and we know they are. And we want to leave everything that came with this year, whatever it may have been, that doesn't serve your forward progression or your work that you're doing magically. Get it out. Get rid of it. Be done with it. And then you have space where you can really, really intentionally build and create what you would like to. Now, this is not the only time that work is available or should be done. It's good to do that often and to be aware of what's going on and how we're using our energy and if there's space for things to come. It's always good to do that. I'm not suggesting that this is the only time that you should do this work or concentrate on that work. Again, I'm just suggesting that the energy is prime and available for it right now, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that. So keep that in mind as well, that you can do this work all year around and probably should. It probably serve you to do that. So that being said, while we're cleaning things and creating space really and you know making that shift, there are correspondences that we can use to do that. You know, as many of you know, I'm sure there are plenty of things that people use I may not even mention or know about. I'm definitely interested in hearing what you do and how you do it. Please leave a comment, and I'd love to have a conversation about it. So, correspondences can be things like stones, plants, herbs, essential oils, objects that you have. One of the things that seems to be fairly common is using, well, we smudge with herbs. Some folks use sage, some folks use cedar, camphor. There are all kinds of different smudges that you can use. And if you're not a person who can handle smoke, things like that from incenses or smudges, and this is fairly common. I wasn't really aware of that, but herbs in your water, in your cleaning water. You can put thyme, you can put mint. Mint is an awesome one. I use it all the time. No pun intended. Basil, sage, again, cedar. Citrus. There's all kinds of things that you can put in the water that you use to clean with that will correspond with clearing space, using the energies, and making it available for new things to come in. So keep that in mind too. There's plenty of ways to get creative with this. And there's also plenty of ways to just do it simply and basically if if that's how you choose to do it. You can do this however you like. It's important that it be done, though. It's important that we don't let these kind of opportunities go by unnoticed, right? As people who practice craft or a tradition or spirituality or anything like that, it's important that we seize the opportunities that we have when we have them. So that's what this is about. And there's one more thing I want to say about that, and that is that another way that people deal with energy shifts and moving things around is by celebrating, right? Some of us might have a little sip. Some of us might smoke a little joint. Whatever you do, that's cool. It's absolutely fine to celebrate in whatever way you like. Some people might just drink a wonderful cup of tea. Maybe there's some wonderful herbs you've been saving for a while and you want to drink that tea. Whatever it is that you do, maybe have a sweet or something. I would like us to keep in mind that when we're doing intentional work and energetic work, it's important that our minds be clear. So this day has a big history of celebrating via alcohol and just kind of losing your mind, in celebration and joy. And I'm not saying anything either way about that choice either. The one thing I am saying is if you do make that choice, please make it after you've done your intentional work. Your mind really needs to be clear and available, and you need to be aware of yourself and the energies around you that you're using, and you need to be present in that if you're going to do that work. So keeping that in mind, have a wonderful, wonderful New Year's, however you choose to do that. And I would love to hear about any way that you do things, any traditions you might have, anything you want to say about using the energies around you. Let's have a conversation. You can leave that in the comments below, and one of us sisters will chime in and have that conversation with you. So we are looking forward to this time at Weird Sisters 13. We've got a lot of ideas and a lot of things that we're going to be doing coming up, and we would love for you to engage and interact in those things. So stay tuned to the channel here on YouTube, Weird Sisters 13. And if you have any ideas or any engagements that you would like to have in-depth conversations, anything like that, you can email us at weirdsisters13@gmail.com. Have a wonderful day. Blessed be.